Today I'm going to tell you about coloring your own hair. I'm going to say that most every girl has tried to at some point in time to color their own hair. Well, you're on alone because I have too. Sometimes better than others. Girls think it's easy. Throw some color on your hair, let it sit, wash it out, and boom, you look like the model on the box. And that's just not the case. So hopefully after these few minutes of telling you how to do it, you'll think twice and have some helpful tips on what to do when coloring your hair. The first rule of thumb is to never use bleach on your hair, especially if you have no idea what you're doing. It's very strong and can permanently damage your hair. So if you're thinking about coloring your hair, it's best to use other colors and stay clear from the bleach. After that, a few helpful tips before you start coloring your hair. Always try to know what your natural color is. If you don't know what it is, usually somebody at the store that's there can help you match your natural color to the box color. Read the labels when you buy them from the store. Some say for sensitive, some say for gray coverage, some say light, medium, dark. So read the labels and know what you're going in for so it's not overwhelming when you get in there for the colors. Also, always go a shade or two, sometimes even three, when you're coloring your hair. Hair always comes out darker than expected, so always go at least one shade lighter. Always do a strand test. Strand test is what you do when you take a piece of the hair, usually under your top layer of hair, and apply the color on it. When half the process time is up, you check it. Usually you can blot it with a paper towel, see if the color is what you want it to be. If so, you're good to go. If not, reapply, let the color sit for the remainder of the time. After the time is up, check your hair. If it's the color you want, go ahead with the color. If it's absolutely not what you want, time to rethink your choice. Um, Always color your hair when it's clean. If it's clean, the cuticle can absorb the color better, therefore making the color stay and last longer. Do not forget the most important part is wear your gloves. Color is so hard to get off your skin, so it's best safe than sorry to wear the gloves. And last but not least, read the instructions. If you don't, you'll absolutely end up screwing it up. So read the directions thoroughly. So once you've read the directions thoroughly and have a clean head of hair, you're ready to start. Usually try to section the hair when coloring. Go straight down the middle so you have two sections. Divide those into two sections so altogether you have four. It helps if you go section by section. You can see a little bit better and make sure you've got full coverage. Um, then mix the tube of color in the box with the solution. Shake it a few times until all the color and the solution have absorbed together. Don't worry if the color looks dark or too light in the bottle. It always looks different in the bottle than what it does on your hair. Make sure you have your gloves on, and with your hair being in a section, start with whatever section you choose first. Work your way from the root to the end of your hair. Continue with that section from root to end until the whole section is done. After it's done, use a clip it up out of your way. Continue the same way, root to end, until all of your sections are done. Once that is done, your hair is colored. It needs time to absorb the color. Some boxes of color say apply heat, other boxes of color say absolutely no heat. That's where reading directions always helps. Also, the box will let you know the time to sit with the color on your hair. Always follow directions and set a timer when doing so. Don't want to get so busy doing something else you forget and leave the color on for too long. Too much time with color on, the darker it gets. When the timer goes off, immediately rinse it out. Wash your hair thoroughly, shampoo, make sure all the color's out. Once you're done with it, always dry it. Best to go ahead, dry it, check it, make sure. If it's not completely covered, you can go back and do the little bit each time. Do not continue to color it numerous times. After all those steps are done and you follow directions, wore the gloves, got all of your hair saturated with the color, then you're golden. Your hair should look great with the color you picked out for it to be. As you continue to color your own hair, just do the root. Don't continue to go from root to end because the ends will break. Um, Hopefully after this video and a few helpful tips, you can do and apply the box color to your hair correctly.